Take a seat.
I'm Jason. We're on a startup. What's that? What?
My name is Jason.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jason.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO of a startup.
Okay.
Just keep it casual.
Let's start it.
Let's imagine that this is a BuzzFeed video. Okay. Go ahead and take a seat. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Good. Hi, my name is Jason.
Hey, I'm Ben Weber.
Hi, my name is Ashwin. I go by Ash for short.
I'm CEO of a startup.
I'm the CEO of a startup. Oh, let's get going.
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. The most difficult part is the ever-changing nature of the job. Back then, my job was a lot more about execution and doing things myself, closing customers, developing product ideas, working with our scientists and engineers. And now it's a lot about team building, hiring the right sort of talent and management, and creating the right infrastructure and communication so that everyone works effectively together.
Because you have such responsibility for everyone who works for you, it means that really when you don't do your job well, right, other people really feel those effects. It's one thing when you're in an individual contributor role. You know, if you don't do your job well, you know, maybe it affects you, maybe it affects your team a little bit, but that response is magnified. You know, really making sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you take time to rest and recharge so that you can be a much more effective leader, that's just so important to do.
It's knowing when to say no. A lot of CEOs are very good at saying yes to new initiatives, to new ideas, to new additions to their team, but the most difficult part is actually saying no, changing strategy, and knowing when something just isn't working.
I think for first-time CEOs or people who are just getting started in the job, one of the hardest things is distinguishing between interest and intent. So a lot of people are interested in your ideas or want to be educated about your ideas, but you can mistake that for them actually wanting to do business with you or actually wanting to go through with it.
Probably time management for me. There's a lot of things that occurring left, right, and center, fires that need taking care of. But again, this is where delegation really comes in handy.
Sometimes there's a lot of travel, so if you have family or loved ones, it's going to cause a lot of stress. And then ultimately, as the CEO, you feel responsible for the livelihood of the organization. So you carry a lot of weight for the employees that you have.
Fundraising. I think it's the ultimate sales pitch. Folks are out there, and I know they're eager to invest, but they've got the best questions, and I think they're really the toughest audience too.
So most everything, good and bad, does revolve around people. The building the business and the ideas and execution, what you might from an outside observer standpoint see as, oh, this is being a CEO. Those things aren't necessarily difficult. The thing that makes it difficult is if you bring on the wrong people. And the thing that makes it awesome is if you bring on the right people.
The most difficult part of being a CEO is things come at you from anywhere, no matter how hard you plan. You could have the best plan in the world and it could fall apart within seconds. Typically, my recommendation to startup CEOs is you're going to have some unbelievable times and you're going to have some atrociously awful times where you're just trying to get through and figuring out if you're going to survive. Tenacity does come into play, dedication comes into play.
Jason.
Yes.
Uber or Lyft?
It depends what app is open typically.
Okay, good, fantastic. Hi everyone, this is Joey Ventures, an investor over at Romulus Capital. Each startup that you saw today was an investment made by Romulus Capital. And if you're a founder, if you have any questions about entrepreneurship or venture capital, please reach out to me through LinkedIn or Twitter using the links below. Let's keep on hustling. I'll see you at the top.